What up, bro? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. Facebook was hating on us. But it's all good.
Man, what up, man? There you
So,
go. What up? What up? What up, everybody? What's up, bro?
what's up, bro? So, you can you hear me? Got you. So, I want to ask you this question, bro. And as you always know, you're gonna do this anyway. Just go from the heart. Like, there's so many people in this world. I was one of these people, so I'm not just pointing the finger. I'll just use me for example. There was a time in my life where I said I want to change, but I didn't do anything about it. There was a time in my life where I said I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, but I kept myself in the same mess. There was a life I was like, man, I was complaining. Oh man, I was complaining about all the things I wasn't willing to change. So I just want you to talk about the importance of actually making a choice, staying committed to the choice, the importance of investing in yourself, and how it transformed your life.
Woo! I hope y'all ready for this. That's a no-brainer for me. The reason I'm in the car right now is because I just left the gym. Because I made a commitment to my coach, who you looking at, that I was about to hit a 5K every day for 100 days in a row. Now, the first thing that happened this morning was I got a text that said 3.11. I'm like, okay, he letting me know. So the reason you need a coach is because you got to have accountability. Look, today went crazy. It hit the fan fast. I had all this content to do, kids, school, life happens. And the moment you make up your mind to do something, it's going to pull you off your goals, and then you're going to sit down. You're going to wallow in it unless you have a coach. And so what happened was there was a couple years ago where I really wanted it. I decided I want to be a speaker. I got a message in my heart that I feel like the world needs to hear. I want to speak to y'all. I'm looking at your comments saying, I want this. I want a transformation. Well, guess what? Transformation does not happen alone. You need accountability. You need community. And so then when it's offered to you, you can't sit by idly. You say, I want this. I wish I had accountability. I wish I had community. I wish I had someone to help me. And now here's Trent who's saying, look, I could have been selling you products for years, but it's not about the sale. I want to help you. I'm telling you from somebody who talks to him regularly, in his heart of hearts, he wants to help you. This is not for him. You know how much he could charge for this? He won't tell you, but I'm going to tell you. He can charge a lot for this. But you're not ever going to get where you want to go if you don't invest in yourself. So what happened with me was I knew that I wanted it, but I didn't know how to find it. I didn't know. I was searching for community desperately. I was searching for somebody who could help me. So what did I do? I made a list of people who I felt like resonated with my soul, and Trent was at the top of that list. And I said, I need this guy. I need him. And I know many of you feel like me. Well, guess what? You can look at his following. He got a lot of people and a lot of responsibilities. He also has a family. He got a whole brand, right? So he got all the things. So I'm like, okay, if I'm going to approach him, then I got to figure out how I can separate myself. And so I came with service, and I came saying, I want to invest in myself. Well, guess what? The money that I was going to pay him at first, that I paid him, I didn't even have it. When I heard the cost, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take this step in faith, and the money came. And then it came again, and then it came again. So what I'm saying to you guys is, what else are you investing in? You investing in Gucci, you investing in Jordan, you investing in your nails, you investing in all the restaurants, right? You investing in everything else and everybody else except for yourself. So when are you going to make the choice to invest in yourself? Because when I made that choice, everything changed for me. I sat down with Trent day one, and people tried to warn me. They said, hey, man, how do you know that you're just not going to give him all this money and he going to really give you what you paying for? And I said, I don't know it, but I've seen his heart. I've seen him. I've seen how he moves. I've seen how he operates, right? And so I said, I just know. I feel like he's different. Well, guess what? I signed up for it. Day one, this man gave me everything. He laid it out. He didn't hold nothing back. He was like, I promise you, I had 5 pages of notes that I still look at today from day one. It was like 10 things, like do this, do this, do this, do this. I was like, oh man, I can't keep up. I did 3 of those 10 things. My social media engagement grew by 400%. I was like, dang, that's how we moving? I share all of that, and I'm speaking to you with passion, and I know I'm yelling at you, but this is what I'm saying. You got something in your heart that you want. And I made the comment about Trent being busy and having such a huge following, because that means it's not easy to get access to him for any of us. It's just not. And you got to understand that. So for him to open himself and open his space and say, look, I'm creating a community that's right here on your screen, Rare Breed Academy, where I'm opening myself to you. I'm giving you access to my thoughts, to my heart, to my information to help you get where you want to go. It would be ludicrous to not take advantage. I'm telling you, like, I'm urging you, do something for yourself. Not something that's going to be gone in a day, not something that's going to go away, not a fancy meal, not some clothes that's going to fade, but it's something that's going to last forever. I'm investing in myself. I just left the gym because I invested in a coach who said, bro, no more games. You got to get it. And I didn't want to get it today, but I just got it. That's why I'm in the car. So I've been talking a lot, man. If you got any more questions, I can kind of go into specifics.
Bro, you good, bro. Man, you good. I mean, you said everything that needed to be said, and I appreciate you, bro. And keep taking your life to the next level, man. And keep making the world respect your greatness, bro. I'm proud of you. Like, I'm proud. And this is the thing, man. You did it. Like, at the end of the day, I've seen somebody in the comments like, oh, I don't need a coach and this or that. You might not need one. I had that same mindset, but I'll tell people now, like, I'm not trying to sell you on coaching at the end of the day, any of that. But I'm telling you what it's done for my life. Because you got to think about it like this. Some people say you might not need it, but when you get around people who are at where you want to be, when you get around people who know things more than you, like one of my goals, bro, and this is fact, and you know this about me, I love to be the least accomplished in the room. I love it because I'm like, man, I have no choice but to grow and but to level up and to learn from people who are at where I'm trying to be. In football, I got around veterans. I got around coaches. I paid for trainers. In that, did I need them? Could I have made it to the NFL without him? Who knows? But I know for a fact I was able to be the best version of myself because I got around that. So the person in here that said, oh, I don't need a coach, maybe you don't. But maybe there's a level of your life that a coach can unlock that you would never unlock if you didn't have one. So I wanted to say that, bro, and I appreciate you, man. And let's get it, man.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Y'all go hit the link. If you don't do it for him, do it for me. Because I promise you, all my dreams are coming true. And I'm not saying that lightly. Like, literally, I'm about to be traveling the world speaking, and that's from an investment I made. So whatever you do, invest in yourself because you're worth it and you matter. All right, bro.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man. I think you might have to exit out because let me see. Is it allowing you to? Okay. All right. That's my brother Marcus, man. And I want him to pour into you guys, man, like for facts. Like, make sure you follow. I'm about to bring my brother Jay, and we about to talk like transformation, like really talk about this. And I want y'all to understand something. And, you know, if y'all know me for the past years, people have been begging, like, Trent, do this and do that. And I haven't done it. Like, this is not something I do every month or every year. But I know how transformational this is because it's been transformational in my own life. And I'm just tired. And I probably shouldn't even talk like this, but I am. I'm going to be straight up. Y'all know me. I'm just tired of seeing people complain about the same things. Like, I'm reading some of the comments and I see people, man, you don't understand. People around me don't support me. I do understand that. I do for a fact. Y'all must have forgot where I got it out of. I got out the mud. In 2009, wasn't nobody bringing me in to speak. Wasn't nobody, you know, I didn't have no big brother or big sister or big homie that put me on. I know what it feels like to have a vision that nobody understands. I know what it feels like. Luckily, I had some parents in my life that supported me, but nobody really got the vision. So I hear what you're saying. But I want to tell you right now, that's a freaking excuse. And I know y'all want to hear that. You can log off if you want, if it's too much for you, but I'm always keeping 100 with you. I'm always keeping real with you because I'm tired of seeing people use excuses and have excuses to keep their life stagnant. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. People don't support you. Okay, what you going to do now? You going to let that be your excuse the rest of your life? Oh, somebody did you wrong. I get it. It hurts. It takes time to heal. I understand that. I'm not discrediting that, but what you going to do? Is that going to be the rest of your story for your whole life? Is you going to give power to that situation that was making you feel so powerless? Let's be real. Let's be real. I'm a person that went from city to city, and some of y'all can attest to this that's been following me, right? That went from city to city selling shirts out my trunk. See my heart, not my past. Put on events where only 10 people will show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I started my social media, wasn't nobody watching my videos. I got it out the mud, right? It wasn't a lot of people supporting me. Some friends didn't support me. But you know what? I believed in myself. I believed in what God told me. I believe in the vision that he gave for me. So the reason I say that is that you got to stop using that excuse. I understand your situation. I get it. I'm not telling you to ignore your reality because you'll never fix what you're not willing to face. But that cannot be your damn story for the rest of your life. And I know I'm passionate right now because I'm tired of seeing people waste their freaking life. And that's facts. And I'm damn near having tears in my eyes because I'm tired of seeing people do it. I'm tired of seeing my inbox flooded with people that are sitting there complaining about things that they aren't willing to change. And you don't know no speaker that's going to speak to you raw like this or from the heart. It ain't about Rare Breed Academy right now. Like, it's about you. It's about you keep accepting the same mess over. And when you going to get sick and tired of being sick and tired for real? That's my question to you. Like, do something about your life, man. Like, I'm tired of seeing people commit suicide. I'm tired of seeing people give up on themselves because somebody gave up on them. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired. But if you keep going down the same pattern, you're going to get the same damn results. It's just facts. That's life. If you keep having the same habits, you're going to keep getting the same results. Nothing changes without making change. So I wanted to say that to you, man. So I'm about to bring my brother on here. And we about to, man, I care, bro. Like, y'all, I don't know if y'all can feel my heart through this, but I care. And the people who know me know that, but I care. Like, I'm not doing this for no clout. I don't care about followers, any of that. You got to remember why I started. My best friend committed suicide. I made a commitment to him that I would live the rest of my life helping people know their self-worth, helping people transform their life, mind, body, and soul. Y'all see me out there on the miles and running and putting all the work. Okay, enough about that, man. I'm about to bring my brother on because we'll be here for 2 hours. Share this right now, okay? I'm about to bring the best trainer in the world in right now, my brother, all right? And I say that because he trained me. I've trained with all different types of NFL trainers. I've been around sports. He is the best trainer. That's why I said I got to get this guy on my team. I want to build something with him because he knows what he's talking about and he lives it, he breathes it, and he bees it. And it's hard to find people like that. It's hard to find a servant heart like that. So I'm about to bring my brother John on here. We're going to chop it up. He's going to talk about whatever you want to talk about, whatever's on his heart. I'm asking him a few questions. But if you can, just press the share button. Invite somebody in here right now because I promise you there's somebody that you know that needs this message. And they're going to thank you for just pressing share or invite, the little arrow at the bottom of the screen. All right, let's get it. Let's get it, man. And I'm going to put this link back up here for y'all that want it. And like I said, but I don't want people to be a part of Rare Breed Academy that don't want to be a part of it. If you ain't going to do the work, don't sign up for it. I'm going to say that. Other people won't, but I will. I don't want you to sign up for something you ain't going to do the work. I don't want you to buy my books if you ain't going to read it. I don't want you to watch my videos if you ain't going to apply it. And I know it's probably the wrong thing to say as an influencer, but I'm saying it because that's what I'm about. I want you to do the freaking work. Signing up ain't enough. All right, let me bring my brother on, man. Hold on. Let me find him. There we go. Hey, Jay, they say you got to upgrade the app, bro, to bring you on. So download it real quick, brother, and upgrade it, and then let me know. Send me a text when you're ready. I'm gonna keep this going. I'm gonna see who else is on here want to come on. But Jay, I'm gonna text you real quick. And y'all don't want to miss him. I'm telling y'all right now. Let me see. Who can I bring on right? Who want to ask a question? Who wants to ask a question? Let me see. Yep, I can't bring him on. I'm gonna bring. Hey, Marcus. I'm about to bring you on real quick. So my brother Jay gets ready. Marcus. Marcus. My brain is going. Marquise is a teenager. I don't know Marquise's age, but he's a beast, and I want to bring him on because he's somebody. I'm gonna let him tell you what he did and how we connected. I'm gonna let him tell you because I don't want to say it, and I'm gonna just bring him on because I saw he was on, and he can pour into you like a teenager that gets it. And if y'all don't know, another reason why I do what I do is because I want to inspire not just people who look like me, but I want to inspire kids that there's more to your life than sports and rapping or entertainment. I want to show kids you can be a cool, dope person and be a speaker, be an author, and make a change in this world. And he's one of these kids, young adults, that's really doing it. So I'm about to bring him on right quick. Let me see. Okay, hold on. Hey, Marquise, I'm gonna bring you on. Okay, I'm gonna bring you on, bro. I'm gonna bring real quick because I got to bring Jay on. So I just want you to share just real quick. What up, bro?
What's going on, huh?
What's good, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. No complaints. No complaints.
Man, I just want you, bro, to, because I got to be real quick because I got to bring Jay on right quick. But I want you to just talk about, how old are you again?
15.
15. And you're impacting the world. You're inspiring change. Just tell them real quick
Yeah.
how we linked up.
So, I remember one night. So like, I was on the couch and I was with my mom's, right? And I was just scrolling through social media and I saw one of Mr. Sheldon's post, and like I followed Mr. Sheldon for like a minute, and like you inspire
You
me
gotta call
every
me
day.
Trent,
So
bro.
like,
Just call me Trent, bro. I don't want to feel old yet.
all right. All right, I got you. My bad. So I was scrolling through and I saw Trent's video. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave a comment, just to show love. So I left a comment, just saying like how much, his videos helped me, how much he inspired me and stuff like that, kind of like what I did, and like how I did motivational speaking like him. And he saw my comment and he replied, and I was like, yo, mom, like Trent Shelton just replied to my comment. I was like, I was going crazy. So like I was talking to my mom about it, and like I DM'd them, we were talking, and Trent actually gave me my first like speaking engagement deal. So like it was like he allowed me to speak to his football team, and honestly, like I was really nervous because that was my first one, and it was like in front of one of my biggest inspirations. So I was like, yo, like my heart was racing bad fast. But anyway, yeah, I got to talk to his team. It was really fun. And I got to hopefully inspire some of those kids. I know I still talk to some of them today. Man, it was a great experience.
Bro, you still do inspire the kids, man. I coach them in basketball, and we're doing 7-on-7, bro. They still talk about you to this day. What I want you to do, bro, for one, I want to say I'm proud of you, and it's just amazing to see you at. I get all, bro, because you inspire me. Like you say messages that I need to hear on TikTok, Instagram,
Yeah.
like that. Like you check me, bro. Like you're a coach to me. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I want you to tell everybody about your book that you have out, and I'm gonna bring
Okay.
Jay on. Where can they get it? And why do they need to get it? And
Okay.
yeah, bro.
All right, I got you. I just released my first book. It's called "You Have Genius Ability Within You: The Genius Way of Thinking." It's on Amazon. The link is in my bio. It's a book. It's like a self-help book, a daily motivational book that encourages self-love, confidence, authenticity, and finding your genius ability, finding your gift. What makes you special? Because I believe we all got something special that we can share to the world. So yeah, the link is in my bio to my book. It's definitely worth it.
Absolutely, man. Make sure y'all get that. And if you guys need a speaker, like you guys need a speaker, I'm not even going to say to kids because to anybody, but if you need a speaker to speak to your school, to inspire your team, this is the man for you. Okay.
Yes,
I
sir.
said about everybody. Just bring them in and you'll see what I'm talking about, bro. I appreciate you, man. Love you. Keep making the world respect your greatness, man.
Yes, sir. Love you. Thank you.
No problem.
All righty.
Man, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. I'm about to bring my brother on, Jay, and we about to just go ham, man, and just talk about life. And I'm gonna let him talk about do his thing. He's one of these people that to the people around him, genius, right? He's not the best kept secret, but to the world, probably one of the best kept secrets. I know a lot of people in this personal development space. I've been around a lot of trainers, and he's actually been my mindset coach. So that lets you know what he's about. So I'm about to bring my brother on since he downloaded the app and he's ready. There he is.
My dude, you
Man, I'm
on
fired
fire
up over
tonight,
here,
bro.
bro.
You on everybody up on here from Marcus, and that's an amazing young king right there, boy. What you did
Man,
with him, man, you got me lit, bro. Lit.
man, I'm hyped, bro. I feel like I'm about to run off
I
on a
see
kickoff
it,
right
dude. When you started crying, I was like, it's
now.
piercing me, bro. It was piercing me.
It's been a long time coming, man. You know the work that's been put in.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, you know the hearts that we have, our team, man, and just the transformation is going to happen to so many people, And so I'm gonna ask you a question. We can dive in to other things, but this is one of the things that like I don't trust myself. So maybe it's because it's outside influences that have spoke negative into their life, walked out of their life, or maybe they've tried things and maybe they experienced failure or setback. And so a lot of people are like, I don't trust myself. This one trust himself. And I just want to ask that question. I see a lot of questions about it. What would your advice be on that, bro?
Man, I'm gonna say with one sentence, and then I'm gonna break it down, right? if you truly, truly, truly want to trust yourself. And when you say trust, right, trust is just another word for self-confidence. In fact, self-confidence, the root word of confidence is trust. So if you don't have any self-confidence, you don't trust yourself. And the only way to do that is just to deliver on your own promise. Like every day, you have to think about it like this, right? You got two versions of yourself. You are the greatest version of yourself, right? The ultimate, the highest self. And then you have the lesser version of yourself. Every time you deliver on your own promise, you cast a vote to be the greatest version of yourself, right? Every time you don't deliver on your promise, you cast a vote for the lesser version of yourself. And every time you repeat that pattern, you get closer to one or the other. And when you constantly do that day in and day out, and when I'm talking about deliver on your own promise, I'm talking about the little things, right? If you say, you know what, I'm going to wake up an hour and a half early and I'm just going to work out for 20 minutes, prepare my day and eat a good breakfast. That's it. That's all you're asking yourself to do. And if you can deliver on that promise, suddenly you build a level of mental strength by putting in the reps every day, over and over and over, and over time, suddenly you just morph into a different type of animal. Like people say, right? A different level of life is going to require a different version of you. So if that is in fact the case, if you want to level up, how I see all these people right in the comments are saying they want to go to that next level, they want to change their life, they honestly got to turn into a different person sometimes. They got to sacrifice who they are right now to become the person they're destined to be. So that's how you trust yourself. And I'll say this very simple, like 4-step type of approach you can do, right? And I tell myself, trust your trainer, right? Number one, you got to trust. So in that case, if you have a coach, you got to trust their philosophy, almost to the point where I'm a faith-driven guy, right? So obviously, I trust Jesus Christ. I trust my Lord and Savior, right? Step one. Step two, I got to trust my preparation. My step two is I trust my preparation. I know the amount of effort and the type of intention I put into everything that I do. So number one is trusting your trainer. Like if you're my coach, I'm going to trust what Trent tells me. I'm going to trust what my coach, my sensei, my mentor tells me. And then after that, at the end of the day, I got to trust my preparation. And then I'm going to trust my effort and my intention. And then finally, I trust myself. If you just go through that process of trusting your preparation, trusting your effort, eventually you're going to trust yourself. And I guarantee you're going to deliver on every promise that you make to yourself.
Yeah. Now I'm just sitting back here reading the comments, bro. Like, fire, bro. I mean, everything Jay said is exactly right. And this is what I want to ask you, because I want to play, they say devil's advocate, right? What about, I won't even say that word, but there's people in here that immediately, when you say that, they immediately go to why they can't do it. Immediately,
Yeah.
right? Immediately go to an excuse of like XYZ. They self-sabotage a lot. Like, what would you say to that person that is hearing you, but immediately going to why they can't?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you this. I'm cutting out. Hopefully everybody can hear me. You got me? You were freezing on me a little bit, but I know what you're saying.
I can hear you.
Okay. So when people go to immediately, I can't. Number one, right? Humbly, that's a victim mentality. Straight up. That's a victim mentality. And at the end of the day, you got to come from a victor's mentality. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it slow, because this is something that I struggle with all the time. And I want to remind everybody this one thing, and I hope it tattoos on their brain, right? Self-pity is the worst poison you can ever drink, because it's going to kill everything inside of you and everything around you. And the minute you just constantly drink from that cup of self-pity, like everybody does, and you're a raw, open, transparent guy, and that's a big reason why people follow you. I like to see myself in that, cut from that same cloth, right? And the reason why I say that is when people write me about trying to get me to coach them, and they just constantly are complaining through, and I don't want to hear their story, but you can tell it's like they feel like they're entitled. You know, they're drinking so much of their own self-pity on everything that's going wrong in their life. They have not hit that level of emotional maturity where it's like, you know what? I got to own my situation. I know what's necessary for me to do in order to change my life. And I'm going to own up. I'm going to own up and I'm going to do it. So number one, I would really pose the question back to them. Okay, if you really feel like you're not in a place to do X, Y, Z, first off, ask yourself if you really gone all in on everything you can do to change your situation. Before you even come to me and ask for me for a scholarship, an opportunity, a couple hours of my time to coach you and help you, what have you done to really say to yourself, man, I've tried everything and nothing is working. The second thing, I'll tell you this. And again, we can talk about comparison, because comparison is another poison that we all drink, including myself. But there's ways to use comparing as a way to motivate yourself. And this is what I mean by that. And this is going to be heavy, because I'm going to drop some heavy gems real quick, right? When I was going through my pains in entrepreneurship, because I ran a business, I sold it, I had it for 4 years, I had an amazing run, and there was a lot of things that happened, and I decided to sell that company, and that's a story for a different day. But during that time, man, I went through some tough times. You know, I had to sacrifice my salary. I had to jump in my own pockets and pay for my employees. I had to do a lot of things that made me feel real uncomfortable. And I started feeling sorry for myself for a good period of time. And I had to always check myself. And I would think of people like Nelson Mandela, who was in jail for 27 years for just to fight for freedom. I would think about Viktor Frankl, who was part of the Holocaust, been in concentration camps, just eating 4 ounces of soup and bread, watching his family killed, right? And he found a way to have meaning in his life and use that to inspire. And to this day, his legacy lives on. And I can't handle a couple of hard months of entrepreneurship? Come on, dog. Come on, dog. I was like, man, there's people out here who are in jail for crimes they didn't commit, who have lost their entire life. And I'm sitting here worried because, and I know I might offend some people here the wrong way. And you know, my heart is pure. I don't mean to. But because somebody betrayed me and I let that person pierce my heart so much that I gave up on myself for like a year deep, when there's people out here who are getting beaten down for the color of their skin, and I mean, I don't want to turn this, but there's so many things in life. Look, you know, I mean, real quick, last week was snow beginning, right? Last, you know, week and a half, there was people who didn't have power, who didn't have water, who had to stay at their friend's house, you know, and they couldn't, you know, and I'm not saying that's tough, you know, I mean, that is extremely hard, but there's people who live like that every day. Every day they live like that, you know, and it's just really understanding it. Remember this, to live a great life, you start by being grateful. You know, that's why grateful starts with great. If you want to live a great life, be grateful, straight up. And I think when you really own that type of mentality, you start approaching everything, you know, with a different perspective. You know, how they say, what you appreciate appreciates. If you appreciate your spouse, the intimacy and the relationship will appreciate. If you appreciate your house,
say that again.
What you appreciate appreciates. So you know what? If you appreciate your house the way you take care of it, what happens to the value? It appreciates. If I appreciate my body, you know, bottom line, the way I'm going to perform, it's going to appreciate, period, point blank. What I put in my body, the way I take care of it, the recovery, the sleep, the energy I put around it, the energy that I exude, everything around me starts to appreciate. So I know I said a lot, but yeah, at the core of everything, cast a vote on being the best version of yourself, and you trust yourself more by just doing what you say what you're going to do. Just deliver on your own promise, because we always deliver on promises that we make to our spouses, our friends, our employees, our co-workers, but rarely do we do it for ourselves. Rarely do we do it for ourselves.
I told y'all this man is it's the truth, bro. J_Pruna. Make sure you guys follow. It's Jay or John? You got a John on there? It's Jay, right?
Jay.
J_Pruna. Make sure y'all follow.
JAY.
We just getting started. Because there are a few things I want to talk about, guys. So if you can share this, like, it takes no time to press the little, I think it's the kite button down here, and tell people to get in here, because we're just getting started on. You've heard so much from Marcus and Marquise, and now Jay is pouring into you guys. And I want to give these guys the stage, because y'all hear from me all the time. I want to give you guys some access to my network and the people that I'm around. We're not on Facebook. I don't know if you heard me talk about it, bro, but I was like, at the end of the day, you know, one of the things that we need to transform is community. And so many people don't have community around them. And I'm just like, I don't have to look forward to be inspired. You guys see this man right here. It's other people on our team. I don't have to look forward for it. And that's intentional, building the right community around my life. So what I want to ask you to do is, one, why Rare Breed Academy? Let's talk about that for a moment. And then let's talk about these rules of life. And I actually want to go into the rules of life really quick, but so I'm going to talk about make your perspective your power, and with the snowstorm and how we flip that. But let's just talk about Rare Breed, because so many people are asking, like, what's it about? How can I sign up? Where can I sign up at? And I want to say this. We are giving away scholarships, okay, for some people. And I'm going to be real. We ain't just giving away scholarships. You ain't going to use it. So you're going to have to write a letter on why you deserve that scholarship to make sure you really want to do it. But talk about Rare Breed Academy. Talk about what being a Rare Breed is all about, bro, real quick.
Man, I'm going to say the one word, right? Rare Breed, just like you said. It's about mind, body, and soul. It's about that trinity of excellence. You know, at the end of the day, you have 5 pockets in life, right? You got your family, you got your fitness, you got finance, right? You got your faith, and you got your profession, you got your calling. And at the end of the day, all of us want to be strong in those 5 pockets, right? And you see a lot of people who are extremely fit, like they're in shape, but their finances are broken. You see a lot of people who might be wealthy of the pocket, right? But they're not wealthy when it comes to relationships. You know, Trent and I wanted to build a program to give you the tools that you can really perform in every one of those 5 pockets, right? And it starts with mind, body, and soul. So at the end of the day, making sure you have the right mentality along with the right habits, you know, because I'm a faith-driven guy. Prayer means nothing without obedience. You know what I'm saying? So
say that again. Hey, you might have lost that one. Say it again.
Hey, man, I may have, you know, but and
look, let me piggyback on that for a moment, because it's so powerful, bro. Because people say hope is a strategy. People say praying. Like, I'm all for praying, but you know what? Your God activates in your life when you take that step, because taking that step shows faith. So if you truly believe in what you're praying for,
yes,
your actions will reflect that. So I want to just put
100%. And, you know, okay, let me get my frame of thought back, because I was just thinking about that so hard. So yes, number one, we want to build your mind. We want to build your mind so you can have the mentality to really adapt to anything that hits you in life. Like this pandemic, it floored everybody. It was like the biggest life experiment ever for all of us, you know, in the entire world, you know. And a lot of people, are still battling through it. You know, I know a lot of people in my circle are still dealing with depression, anxiety from everything that happened through the pandemic. So giving you the mentality on how to obviously build yourself through that and really think like a king and a queen, you know, and you know, like Trent always says, to be a lion, you got to train with lions, you know, and doing that with Rare Breed Academy is obviously number one. Mindset and habits. And that's where the obedience comes from. It's having the belief and having the actions behind it. The second thing, obviously, is the soul. There's times where, you know, your mind and your heart do not agree, right? Like your mind's telling you to do this, but your emotions and your heart take over. You know, it's that lizard brain, you know, that kind of just goes everywhere, where you just can't control your own moods. You know, Trent is the master at that. You know, that's why you could see his passion and how much he truly cares. And everybody here, I know, cares about their own well-being too. So having the emotional resilience to have a strong soul and be able to really just keep a balanced heart, you know, and a balanced mind during anything. And of course, you know, a pocket that I feel very comfortable in is your body, right? Like at the end of the day, you know, your body is the only home you live in. So you better make sure that home is clean and comfortable. You know, I tell people all that all the time. Your body is the only house that you live in, so you better keep it right. And you know, we want to, for people who may not be used to working out, we want to get them to a place where they really understand what it means to be healthy, you know, and what it means to be strong, and starting slow and making fitness a lifestyle, you know, mental fitness, physical fitness, emotional fitness. That's what we want you to do. So Rare Breed covers all those components, you know, with mindset lessons where you can be active with your learning and really sharpen your mind. The workouts that you're going to be able to do 3 times a week, 4 times a week, whatever you think works with your schedule. And then, of course, the meditations, the motivations by one of the GOATs in the game, T. Shelley. And of course, you'll get a little bit of a sprinkle of myself as well, right there next to him. So that's what people are going to get with the program. And of course, you let it all. It's the community. It's this right here. I've been studying people in personal development, sports performance, coaching. I'm friends with some pro coaches myself. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because I know he's my brother, but it's very rare that you're going to find a coach who cares as much as T and myself, you know, and I can really bank on that, you know, like I've been around a lot of people who, you know, they only do things when it's to their benefit, you know, and there's really when there's not a big upside for them, they don't really give as much. And I pride myself being next to a man like Trent, who has what I call an assassin's mentality with a servant's heart. And I like to say I got an assassin's mentality with a servant's heart. And that's what we want to kind of give everybody who's part of the Rare Breed Academy. So that's a little dose of what you'll get with RB, the community.
Man, I'm talking about town halls like this, guys. We're talking about daily trackers to track, oh man, your mood. I mean, it's so many things, mind, body, and soul.
Oh yeah, the tracker, yes, man.
So many things, man, and it's well worth it. And what I want to do right now, Jay, I want to talk about 1 or 2 things. And listen, you guys got to follow this man. Follow at Rare Breed Academy. Follow at J_Pruna. We got a host of team that's on here that are brilliant behind the scenes, and it just feels good to be aligned, as Jay said, with people with like mindsets and being able to really transform the world. When I talk about people are waking up at 5 a.m. and losing sleep to think about the conversations we have about mental health and how can we change it. Like, I haven't really heard conversations like that around teams. Like, let's really like end, you know, suffering and depression. How can we do it? Whether that's possible or not, it's our thought process to help people. So what I want to talk about real quick is just a few of the Rare Breed rules of life. right? Just rules that we live by, that we check in on as being a rare breed. And I was actually talking to Tristan about a few earlier, but I want you to talk about your favorite one, why it's your favorite one, and then I'll share mine. And then maybe we can just take some questions and just keep rocking, man.
Man, bro, I can't even say which one is my favorite,
Yeah,
bro.
hard.
I can't. So I'ma just name one, bro. Like, I would probably have to say, golly, man. I'm gonna start with this one, man, because this is on my mind because I was thinking about it before earlier today. It's never compare, never envy.
Mm.
Never compare, never envy. You know, and why do I think it's so important? Because this is what I think a lot of people go through life, right? Especially when they're doing good things, right? So say you're trying to lose weight and you're trying to lose like 10 pounds, right? You're trying to lose 10 pounds. Or Marcus is a great example. Marcus said he's trying to run a 5K, right? Pretty much every day, right? And that's phenomenal. Like, wherever you're at, I want you guys to remember this one statement. Your hard is your hard, and don't ever compare it to anybody else.
Mm.
All right? And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. Say Marcus is sitting there and he runs those little over 3 miles, right? And he fought so hard to get there, and he got it, and he delivered on his own, promise, right? He feels himself casting that vote to be the greatest version of himself. Then he looks over at his boy Trent, his coach, and his boy Trent just hit up 10 miles and did it in the same time he did his 3 miles. And Marcus immediately, most people will immediately say, man, why am I even doing this? I just practically killed myself to get 3 miles. And I looked at this man next to me, and he's not even breaking a sweat, and he just did 10 miles. And you forget everything that you just accomplished, right? You completely cripple everything that you did right because you compare yourself to somebody else. And I've done that so many times. I mean, even till this day, you can literally have a great workout and then get on Instagram and just start seeing people and all their fitness highlight reels that are just there to kind of glorify what they can do. They're not even trying to show you a good workout, you know? And I'm not hating on anybody. I'm not going to act like I haven't put out stuff that I was proud of myself. But that's what starts to poison your mind. You immediately start to compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 30. You know, and it kills you. And then it starts to breed this envy and this mentality of you just wanting certain things from that are really connected to a public image as opposed to a process of being the best version of yourself. So never compare, never envy is something that I think the whole world needs to hear pretty much on a daily basis. You know, I feel like I need to tell myself that on a weekly basis. I have to kind of check myself and really be proud of what I did for the week. If I did, in fact, execute on the things that I plan to execute for the week, you know, because it's easy when you're ambitious and you want to be great. You naturally want to look for every other milestone you can hit. And you usually do it by looking at other people's accomplishments. And that's not what to do if you really want to be a victor in this game, you know?
A
So
thousand.
that's heavy on me. So I had to hit y'all with that.
1,000, man. Y'all are getting, and I'm not saying this, y'all. I'm in this space. I've been to all events, and y'all are getting a freaking masterclass from this man right now. And what he's talking about is the art of self-acceptance. And this is something that we cover in the Rare Breed Academy to help you accept yourself, right? So you can feel confident in who you are, so you don't compare your life, because comparison is like enrolling in a race that you will never win. And when for me, bro, it's hard too, because I was like, dang, what's my favorite? Of course, I'm going to say the whole make your perspective your power, but I talk about that a lot. I think I'm going to talk about, bro, like, don't fear change, fear staying the same.
Oh, yes.
Like,
yes.
like that one, bro. That rule of life, man. Because, man, I see it all the time, and I'll just take it to relationships because, you know, with me being the self-worth guy, I see it all the time. It's like, Trent, like, I'm so afraid to move on. I'm so afraid to, you know, move into. Most people would rather stay in a known pain than move into an unknown peace, right? Most people
Bro,
stay
I
there, bro.
love it.
Accept it. And so that mantra, bro, is a reminder for me every single day to attack my fears because, listen, maybe I don't know what God has for me in the future. And I just take it to my story. Like when I lost the NFL, bro, like, I mean, you know, I was just like, man, what do I do with my life? And I was so afraid to move forward for the sake of that was my identity. Who would I be without it? For the sake of judgment. And I say, you know what? I don't know what the future holds, but I know for a fact if I stay here, I know that my life is going to be filled with pain. So I would rather take the chance of trying something and it might not work than staying in something that I know for sure is not going to change my life. And so that rule is something that I've always locked in on, bro. It's like, man, like go do it. If it's fitness, go do it. If you might fail, who cares? At least you know that moving forward, it's going to move you into a new place where you can get new habits, a new mindset, a new perspective where like a lot of people, and I want to blame everybody here. I'm not being insensitive, but it's facts. Some of y'all are expecting your heart to heal by staying in a pain that you know is not going to change. Some of y'all are expecting to grow your businesses by keeping the same old damn habits that hasn't grown your business. And you're so afraid to move forward. You're so afraid to take a chance. Why? Because you might fail? Who cares? Failure is feedback. Failure is a sample to let you know how to do it better next time. So for me, bro, like that one, like forget fear and change because regardless, two things will happen in life. Either you're going to create your change or life is going to create your change. And I would rather much be in control of me creating my change and being intentional than allowing life to lead my life. I would rather lead life. And it's a small shift in mindset, but for me, it's a reminder every single day, bro. When I say I'm going to live like a rare breed, I go to that one, bro. Don't fear change, fear staying.
That one is my favorite. I can't lie. I think that one is my favorite because, man, I want to tell people this just in terms of, we're going to talk about fear setting, you know, in due time, right? We talk about goal setting. Me and Trent going to flip the switch on you. We're going to bring up something that's called fear setting. But when he's talking about fearing staying the same, I'm going to just bring this up for people who are on the fence about rare breed. And this ain't even a sales pitch. I'm going to just give you this truth in anything that you do. People are so scared about making the change to move forward. Imagine your life a year later without you not doing anything. How does that truly make you feel? Put yourself in that particular place, you know, and I'm gonna do this. This is what I said right before I sold my business, right? I had to lay out, you know, okay, if I sell my business, it's gonna take me here, it's gonna take me there. Man, what if I partner with these people and they're the wrong partners, and man, I could get betrayed, I can lose this, man, I'm gonna lose a lot of control if I do this. And then I imagined 3 years later and I said, what if I don't do anything? What if I just sit on my palms and I keep doing the same thing I've been doing for the last 6 months? You know what? I'm going to end up being in the same place and being in the same ugly state of mind in this financial situation that I don't want to be in right now if I don't make a move. So I'm better off if I take a chance on myself and roll the dice. And remember this statement if you haven't heard it before. The thing that you fear the most is the thing that you need to do the most. Right? You got to make fear your compass. 99% of the time, you got to make fear your compass.
Say that again, bro. Say it again, please, for the people in the back. You got to make fear your what?
99% of the time, you got to make fear your compass. You got to dance with it. You know what I mean? You got to dance with it. You got to spar with it. You know, so all that being said, you know, when he says don't fear staying the same, you got to think this is a business term, opportunity cost. You know, it's not about so much about what happens if you go ahead and move forward with that opportunity. What is it going to cost you if you don't? You know, what is it going to cost you if you don't? So for all the people on the fence, and again, I'm not trying to bring this into no type of sales pitch. I'm just being real with you. For everybody who's wondering, man, do I invest in Rare Breed? You know, well, you tell me this. You don't have to come to Rare Breed. Okay, you can get any coach. You can do whatever you want to do and try it your way. And I'm a co-sign that, and I'm gonna lift you up every time, just like T will. But what if you don't do anything about your situation for 6 months and look back at your last 6 months and just see how you have handled yourself? So I've told my friends, and this is no disrespect, hey man, hey Pruna, like I gained 30 pounds in the last like 2 months, right? And I need to get back with you. Whatever it is, I need to get back with you. And I'll tell you this, okay, if you want to get back with me, you're going to meet me at the gym at 4:45 in the morning. And it's going to cost you this. And then they're just like, man, I can't. Man, I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. I was like, well, what's the last 3 months tell you that you need to do? In the last 3 months told you that you gained 30 pounds. So you could come this way, or we could keep doing what you're doing. And you let me know if you gain 60 in the next 6 months. And so it's that opportunity cost, that really like that brutal honesty, you know. And I'm not trying to veer you towards us in any way, shape, or fashion, but it's that radical transparency that you have to give to yourself and say, okay, what has really worked? What should I start doing? What should I stop doing? And what should I keep doing? And asking yourself those 3 questions every day. What should I start doing? What should I stop doing? What should I keep doing? And yeah, man.
If we were in church, bro, I would give you a love offering, bro. I would just be like, here you go. Pass it around. Pass it around. Let's hit the song and pass it around, man. Like, man, like, you guys show love, like, right now in the comments for Jay. If you got any type of value, which I know that you did, man, and it's so incredible to be around mindsets where I can sit back and just listen and learn. And I'm learning so much tonight with you. That's why I'm sitting here like, people are like, man, is Trent like frozen? I'm just taking it in, because every time this man opens his mouth, or anybody I brought on, but Jay, you know, being my partner, you know, this is somebody I talk to every day. And he's always sparking my mindset of how I can be better in so many pockets of my life. And that's the beauty about having community. So for y'all in here right now, you know, I talk about 3 things that we need. I kind of talked about this earlier, but I just want to wrap this up. So many people are asking questions about Rare Breed. Go to rarebreedacademy.com. A lot of your questions will be answered, guys. So just, it takes 2 seconds to type in rarebreedacademy.com. All the information is there. We do have $30 off by the code below, on top of already $100 off. And we are doing scholarships, but there's a process for the scholarship. So we're trying to help as many as I can. But I've learned this in my life, man, about needing 3 things that you need to transform. And the first thing is, I always say a coach, and we both know this. You guys are seeing this today. A coach has knowledge that you probably don't have, right? A coach has been where you're trying to go. I don't want to learn from experience if I can learn from someone else's experience. And so many coaches in my life have helped me, whether it be Jay being my coach as a trainer, whether it be my football coaches. They help me level up through their experience. The second thing you need is community. And for some of you, you might look around, especially in the pandemic, like, man, Trent, I don't have a community. I can't find people around who inspire me. Nobody around my proximity is even on this mindset. That's why you come into lives like this, but academies like Rare Breed, to be around like mindsets, to be able to get inspired by someone else. And I do it all the time. And last but not least is that you need the curriculum. And I'm gonna just tell you right now, the information that we're giving you, you getting this for free right now. So just imagine the information that we dive into that's gonna transform your life. So you need those 3 things when it comes to self-transformation, I believe, bro. And man, I'm at a loss for words, bro. Like, tonight has been special. I do want to ask you this. I want to ask you, I'm trying to think of I've been seeing a lot of questions come through here, and I've seen a lot of people, and I don't want to use the word excuses, but what about for the person that says that their perspective is their prison? And rightfully so. You know, maybe they were raised in an environment that planted seeds of doubt since they were kids, right? I always say a lot of adults are spending their whole life trying to recover from their childhood. What would you say to that person that maybe has always been taken advantage of. And so they're so afraid to start something new because they feel like somebody else is going to take advantage of them, or they've been in so many broken relationships that they become cold-hearted to other people. So what would you say to that person that is in that mindset of, you know what, I don't care what anybody's saying, I'm going to be a failure. I made up my mind, and that's what it's going to be because my past has told me that. You're telling me to take a step, Jay. You're telling me to take a step, Trent. But every step I take, it seems like it's filled with more pain. What would you tell that person?
Man, I'm gonna give you one line that's gonna be heavy. That's gonna be heavy, and I hope it penetrates everybody's soul. Right? It is not your fault if you were born poor, if you were raised in a abused environment, if you were beaten down and betrayed as a young kid, you know, if you were put in positions where you really had nothing but scraps, it was not your fault. But it is your fault if you die that way. It's not your fault if you were born that way and if you were raised that way, but it is your fault if you die that way. And there comes a point in your life where you recognize that it wasn't my fault that, you know, my parents told me that I was nothing, or my dad left me, or, you know, I got abused, or, you know, I had nothing coming up. I was on welfare. It was none of that was your fault. None of that was who you were to begin with. But when you hit that realization that it is going to be my fault if I die that way, that's when the change happens. And, you know, that's the switch that I pray that everybody flips, you know, when they come to the Rare Breed Academy, you know, and to make this a little bit more practical, the only way to change your mindset at the end of the day, right, is to create movement and create action. You know, I always use this analogy, right? Fire first. You always hear people say, ready, aim, fire. But it's backwards, right? It's fire, right? Aim, ready. And what do I mean by that? If you just take action, and I'm going to use this example. You ever go out for a walk and you were kind of trying to go work out, but you're just like, you know what? I'm going to just walk. And you walk for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And you're like, you know what? I could go on a little jog. You know, I could jog a little bit. And then you jog for a couple minutes. And then you build that momentum and you're like, you know what? Let me get a sprint in. I'll get one little sprint in. Next thing you know, you've worked out for 20 minutes. And why was that? It was because you fired first. You took action. And then suddenly when you take that action, right, your aim starts to get a little bit more clear. You start to get a little bit more clarity. Like when we started creating Rare Breed, you was like, man, T was like, man, let's just do this program. Man, I got this content. You telling me, man, these are the messages I want to bring to the table. I said, man, these are the messages I want to bring to the table. Next thing you know, we just started putting things on paper. Trent and I started working out like weekly together, and it just started manifesting itself, you know, and then suddenly Rare Breed, much like yourself, becomes ready. Right? The more you fire first and you start getting clarity on your aim, you eventually become ready. You do not start ready. Nobody starts ready. When I had a kid, I was not ready. When I started a business, I was not ready. In fact, if everybody heard my business story, they would flip. They would flip at how I kind of started, right? And it's funny, I actually have a degree in psychology. But a lot of people ask me to be their CFO, right? And I have no master's. I have no background in but you know what? I became ready because I started a business. I learned a lot around that journey. I had to raise money. I did all these other little things. And over time, I became ready. And that's how you do it with your physique and your mind. You know, nobody who's got 6 or 7% body fat was born ready like that. Nobody who wins gold medals and world championships was born. They say they're born ready. No, they're built different, you know? So man, that's what I have to tell them. You know, it's not your fault you know, if you are born that way, but it is your fault if you die that way. Remember that.
Man, bro, dang, like, bro, it was beautiful, man. Like, oh man, fire, aim, ready, bro. That is so deep because, like, even I look back on my journey of, you know, being a speaker or whatever. It was like I didn't plan it. I just was like, okay, let me go out here and do it. And then once I did it, then I was able to be like, okay, this is kind of what I want to do. And bro, that's genius, man. Like,
No, so that, and there, and if you ever want to remember that, if you want to go far, that's the acronym: fire, aim, ready. If you want to go far in life,
okay, drop them bombs on them then.
Bro, we got bars, bro. You got bars. You a poet. You a rapper. Don't think you're the only one in this union who love hip hop, bro. You love J. Cole. Bro. I love Kendrick. You know, you already know. That's the thing. We're going to give you some crazy playlists too, everybody. Music is a big part of Trent, and, you know, music is the voice of the heart. You know what I'm saying? So everybody wants to vibe when they're getting into the best version of themselves. So believe you're going to have a soul playlist. You're going to have a hip, not a hip, whatever playlist you like to do to get in your zone training. I like to listen to 90s. I'm a golden hip hop child. So you're going to have your body playlist to get you right in that rare breed when you want to work out. And then, of course, you're going to have a mindset playlist too. All these things are going to bring us together. But yeah, Trent's been an artist. So I was like, man, you're not the only one.
Dallas Adams said, best Instagram live stream I've ever watched.
Whoa, humbled,
bro.
Humbled, man. Well, man, be part of it all the time, man. That means more than you know. We appreciate you. I know I do.
Man, dog. Like, you know, I know we got families, bro. And I see Sammy on here. Shout out to Sam. I know you got your kids, man. So I don't want to keep us on here too long. I know Maria's probably watching in here and be like, you need to get off. But I just want to tell everybody again, like, if you got any value from tonight, go to rarebreedacademy.com. You know, go there and be a part of what we're doing. And don't let, I don't have it, because like I said, we are giving scholarships. Invest in yourself. And I've known that I'm not trying to just, like Jay said, I can care less about selling y'all stuff. Y'all been following me for years. Whenever I ever did that. But I do know this. The things that I got for free, I never took serious. The things that I invested in my life, I took very seriously. And I really valued the ROI because I was intentional to make sure I got my return on investment. And it's generational, guys. Like, this is not just for you. This is generational change. By you being a better mom, a better dad, a better friend, a better leader, a better coach, a better mentor, all of these things, a better speaker, if that's what you want to do, you're going to create generational changes that's going to go far beyond just you. And that's what it's about, man. So any parting words as we leave?
I want to say this too, since we're talking about the academy and making an investment in yourself, right? We don't want to pull everything out of the bag tonight, but Trent and I have talked about not only for you investing in yourself, that if you are part of the Rare Breed Academy, there's going to be ways that you can win some things as you do the program, you know, which could include, and don't quote me on this, you know, you could win your money back and more, you know what I mean? So, you know, if you got that dog in you and you ready to really level up for yourself, your family, your community, just for you more than anything. But if you go in there with the right intentions to just master the process of knowing and being the best version of yourself, everything is going to come to fruition, but you might even win a little something that is going to be a nice little cherry on top. So I hope that really pierces your soul, because you got two people who really love what they do and really want to connect with everybody here. So I hope I see you guys in the you know, part of the Rare Breed Academy. I'm excited, man. This was a special day.
Man, this is legendary, bro. So I appreciate you. And guys, I'm not sure if all of y'all are on Clubhouse. I know it's like invite only, but I know some of y'all are. Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Dang, is it Central Time? Well, I'll post on my stories, but we're gonna do a clubhouse, and we're gonna do it around. I'm gonna have all my friends on there. Jay will be on there. Marcus will be on there, and a lot of the people in this space that are legendary people that I know that are servants from the heart and assassins in the mind. I love that, bro. It's gonna be legendary. So if you're on Clubhouse, make sure. And I would say this, but I know my inbox gonna be flooded. I was like, I got 6 invites, but I don't know how to get it to people. So maybe I'll do some type of giveaway and figure something out. Maybe if you sign up for Rare Breed Academy, I'll pick 6 people to give some Clubhouse invites to. So I appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in tonight. All 1,200 of you that stayed, thousands of people through here. And I want y'all to send Jay some love. Give him some hearts right now, man, so he can see all the value that he brought tonight, so he can see, look at it. And appreciate you, bro.
Man, appreciate you. Man, appreciate you, man. I can't say enough. I can't. You're a blessing to this world, bro. And everybody on here, I wish y'all nothing but love and blessings. Let's get it. Rare breed. Embrace the life of a rare breed. Remember that. We're going to have all that tatted up. Like
hey, I got room, bro. I got room.
I know. No. If anybody got ink, it's you. All right, let's get it.
All right, brother.
If you want another awesome video in our Black Excellence series, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.